Hey everybody, Christine here, and this episode I am bringing you August 2020's monthly motivation. Stop being a doormat. So how not to be a doormat? We all do kinds of crazy shit because we want other people to like us. But when does being kind and nice help, and when does it actually hurt us when it comes to our relationships, whether it's friendship or romantic? Wanting to be liked becomes a problem when you're continually acting how you think that other people expect or want you to in order to please them. But often there comes a time when trying to please people in this way actually hurts you and makes you a doormat instead of a kind and magnetic person. So when is being nice a bad thing? 1, when you're consistently not getting your needs met. If you bend over backwards over and over and never get anything in return, you're acting like a doormat, and that's not being a nice thing. Next, when you're hoping that someone will respond in a certain way to your acts of kindness. While there should be a give and take in any relationship, the sole reason that you give should never be so that you can get. Giving because you want to get is manipulation, not kindness. Lots of people who feel like they have to go this route for approval are doormats in disguise, subtly hoping to buy people's affections while resenting them when they don't get what they want out of the deal. Next, when you start feeling resentful about doing nice things. If you consistently feel taken advantage of, or if you truly feel like you don't get anything in return for your niceness, it's a sign to pull back and/or an indication that you aren't standing up for yourself. Next, if you ever asked yourself why no one likes nice, bemoaning the idea that people don't like nice is a problem. Here's a hard truth. People, both genders really, do like nice when it is in the appropriate context. What they don't like is anyone spinelessly pandering for their affection. This is a doormat behavior, which is a big turnoff. They aren't turned off by nice people who do nice things. They're turned off when you selflessly toss yourself at them like you have no self-worth. See the difference? Self-confidence equals attractiveness. Striving to prove oneself is unattractive. Next, if you start feeling like you're not living your own life, ever felt like you're living for a relationship? This is a warning sign that you need to go out. Pronto. Get a hobby. Once you feel like the sun shines out of your beloved butt crack, you've launched into a doormat territory. If you've ever used the fact that you're a nice person as a reason why you aren't successful at dating, have you ever been dumped repeatedly and told that you're too nice as a suspicious reason why they broke up with you? It's enough to make you want to scream. Well, if I'm so nice, then what are they really saying? Maybe they've been saying that maybe you've lost your sex appeal. Maybe you don't have a backbone, or maybe you don't speak up for yourself, and they've lost respect for you. Being truly nice, showing kindness to others, is not boring. Being a doormat is. Since you just float in whichever direction your partner wants, they eventually get bored and you get dumped for being nice. And then you wonder, why are you dumping me? So how do you stop being a doormat? Well, 1, if you're upset, please speak up. Communication is key in any relationship, no matter if it's friendship, romantic, family, doesn't matter. Next, don't just go along with everything because you want approval. 3, honor your own wants, desires, feelings, and goals. We make goals for a reason. They're for us. Number 4, understand that hiding your real desires from your partner isn't being nice. It's actually dishonest. They can't even attempt to make you happy or reciprocate your efforts if they don't know what you want or how to give it to you. Remember, people, we are not mind readers. And 5, let go of the idea that everything will fall apart if you stop doing everything. The world is not going to end. Please. Sometimes we're hesitant to pull back and stop doing everything because we're terrified that nothing will get done, or we'll actually be forced to stop and realize that the other person just isn't pulling their weight, and they may never. It's easy to ignore this harsh reality as long as we stay on the hamster wheel, striving and attempting to prove our love to them. So start with you. If someone else is devaluing you, there's a good chance that you're doing the same thing. So change has to start with you. Be radically honest with yourself. Do you feel like you deserve to be treated with respect? Do you feel worthy of respect? And do you feel good enough to fit in? Change starts with you dialing up your self-worth. Something that can be started in the following ways. A, really give yourself credit for your achievements. All those things that you've done and gone through in your life. I mean, we've all been there. Been there, done that. We've done the school thing, marriage thing, children thing, work thing, career thing, college thing. There's all kinds of things. And we never give ourselves credit. So please, pat yourself on the back once in a while. B, get to know your values, those things that are woven through you and are the cornerstones for who you are as a person. You know, we were brought up with values and morals and all those things, and that's what we believe in. But when people push us, we go, that's okay. I'll go with what they want. No, know your values, live by your values, be your values. And C, prioritize the nourishment of your body, mind, and heart. Nobody else can keep you nourished and caring for yourself. We always forget about us. Then we wonder why we're out of sync, out of balance. What happened to my mind, body, and soul? Why does my heart always ache? Start taking care of you. Feed your mind, your body, your soul. Start teaching others. One of the best things I heard from TV's Dr. Phil was, you teach people how to treat you. And that is right on point. Your response to someone's behavior teaches them what is and isn't acceptable. So if you roll over and take whatever they give, the message is that it's okay for them to do that. And people will always do what works for them until they have evidence that it doesn't work, or that there's a better way. And yes, we're kind of dumb like that. So don't show people the wrong way that you want to be treated. Show them how you really want to be treated. The right way, the positive way. Stop being a bottomless pit. It's great to do things, for other people, unless the act of doing things for other people is how you get validation, of course. Being a people pleaser might begin with the best intentions, but if you're not careful, you keep on doing so because you want to see how pleased they are with what you've done, or even to hear those magic words, thank you. Being a people pleaser can turn you into a bottomless pit. That's not only seeing others take advantage of you, but seriously damages your self-esteem. People pleasing is not a selfless act, it's a selfish one. It's a flawed way to feel good about yourself, so stop doing it. How can you be more generous with yourself? And how would it be if you could be generous for others? Not because of any validation, but because there's value in the very act of giving. I do a lot of giving, and I could be at a drive-through for a coffee place, and sometimes I'll just look in my rearview mirror and I'll say, I'm going to buy that person a coffee. Why? Just because I want to. Not because everybody else is going, I'm doing the pay it forward movement. Well, that's great for everyone. But if it's not sitting with me in that moment, I'm not going to do it. But when those moments come up that I want to do something for someone else, whether it's someone I know or a perfect stranger, I'm going to do it. And I do it from my heart. Not because I'm looking for praise or the thank yous or for someone to do something else for me. So when you're ready to do something for someone else, do it because you really want to, not because it's expected of you. Be confident. If you're used to people walking all over you, it's likely that you're not used to asserting yourself. You might even feel like you're powerless. But I guarantee you that you have natural confidence that you can apply to start affecting change. So think of something that you do where the question of whether you can do it or it never arises. This might be doing something at home like cooking, laughing with your partner, decorating a room. It might be something at work like taking part in a meeting, writing reports, or seeing a way through a problem. Or it may even be something to do socially, like chatting with a friend, ordering wine at a restaurant, or meeting someone new. Start with the small things that you do and realize how good you are at it. And for the things that you don't feel like you're good at, push yourself to try it. So as I said, think of something you do where the question of whether you can do it never arises. Force yourself to go out. Force yourself to do things you haven't done before. And they don't have to be crazy things, but start somewhere. Build up that confidence. Sometimes if somebody's pushing you to do something you don't want to do, learn to say the hardest word in the world, no. It's the smallest word and the hardest word. But you know what? Once you do it, then you realize oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. That person did not get upset with me. That person understood. I just had to let them know what I was trying to feel and pass on to them. And next, most importantly, to always know you are never alone. If your ill treatment has been happening for some time and you may be feeling isolated in your experience, so it can be extraordinarily useful and important to talk about it, or even to ask some support or some help from someone. Other people are going through what you're going through, and you don't have to do it alone. And that's the biggest thing today. Know that you're never alone. Billions and billions and trillions of people in the world, and we think we're the only person going through a breakup, or we're the only person being walked all over. You're not at all. So if something's going on, speak up, say something, let the other person know. Talk with a friend who is your support system. Talk to your parents. Talk to anybody who's willing to listen. You know who your truest people are. So speak to them. And raise the bar. An easy life is one thing, but sticking your head in the sand and hoping things will fix themselves is just crazy. As it is setting your expectations so low that you expect to be treated like a doormat, there's a massive cost to lowering your expectations to that kind of level. And the act of lowering your expectations and accepting bad treatment can be more damaging in the long run than the bad treatment itself. So don't ever make assumptions about what you should put up with or what you should expect. If you're going to have any expectations of how things should go, base them on what you love to see happen, not what you wish wasn't happening. And if all else fails, and you've truly done all you can to change things and stop being treated like a doormat and nothing seems to work, then get the hell out. Life is way too short to have your experience of it and your self-esteem damaged by someone else. And sometimes you need to make that brave choice. So if you need to, be willing to remove yourself from the situation or the relationship and start building the kind of life you love to live. Never let anyone hold you back. And always know that you deserve better. You don't need to keep on keeping on. And you don't need to put up with being treated like a doormat. You deserve better. So make a start today, right now, in this moment. All it is a choice. And once you've made the choice, you can start moving forward with it. So my friends, I send you my blessings. And until next time, I'll see you soon.